It's been a long time coming, and I finally get to use my voice. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, settle down, sit tight, gather around, and let me tell you a true story of a town that we all know, and the things that they do to the people in them, especially to those that are protectors, that pick up badges and gather careers just so that they could protect all of this and watch over all the people that they care about and love. And so that other people can relax and, be at ease and be with their loved ones. But the thing here is, it's not as all good as it would seem to be, for these people here have been playing a dangerous game with their souls. You see, there's a reason why I am backing all police officers, except for the that are true of heart and mind and soul, of course, not the evil ones, i.e. plenty of examples of those, but that's besides the point, okay? So what we're gonna do is get into a little bit of further detail here of all of that, because that's part of when I was chosen again and all of this. So when I was chosen in 2023, the Lord showed me many lessons throughout all this. One of those lessons was what people were doing. Two, the upholders of the law in this town, and maybe in others too, I don't know. So there's a particular church that I used to live downtown near, and that's part of this as well, because there was a lot of sin on that ground that needed to be cleansed. And I understand a lot of the hows and whys. We'll save that for later. Now, what we're gonna get into is when I first was selected and chosen, I found it strange and odd that I would always wind up at the same church during a funeral procession for an officer. And I know that throughout every single walk and process, there's lessons to learn from it all of it. So I just kept it in mind as I was going about my path and my way. So I did, and it kept occurring. Then it got to one point in time where I was in attendance for a whole entire procession, and there was a ton of people outside the church too. And these people were rooting and chanting and, going at it to send this individual who had just passed away's soul to hell. That's what they were doing. They were waiting for them to pass away. And then they were making sure their souls that were damned because of the things that they took upon themselves just to protect everybody, by the way, would be used against them in the most crucial point in time. Alright? We're going to get into a little bit more of that. Alright? So, what happens next is, I don't allow that. I already knew when I was selected that we're all God's children and all of our souls are His. So they all pointed down, I pointed up. And they all know when God speaks, God speaks. That's for sure. Now, isn't it? And that's besides point two. So we're going to keep going on. Now, I ran into a lot of you people. And you all knew. Don't try to front like you didn't. We're past that point, way past that point now. I want to going to say is this. A lot of you have made your choices already. But people's souls are not yours to say anything of or to do with. They never were to begin with. I know who fed you that lie, because you very well know. Now I know. I went toe-to-toe with that one. We'll get to that later too. Now, there's a certain dragon that was tied to all of this at one point in time, that I kept running into when I was chosen as well. I kept running into my wife too, like I still do. Now, that individual, she needed to be freed, and she chose a walk with the Lord willingly. But that's for her to do, and I was a part of it for many reasons. And I don't even know her name or any really details about her. It's not for me to know. That'd be really wrong. And I wouldn't have, because I haven't even ran into my wife yet or even spoken to her. But that's besides the point too. That was it. Now, let's continue and keep on going. So, I kept running into these people. Many people. Which is okay, because it's all part of his process. His design. And that I'm okay with too. But you all very well know what game you've been playing this entire time, and how terrible it got. Not only were you playing with their souls, but you made a really filthy game out of a masquerade, didn't you? Especially in this town. It got so real that everything I kept writing about, that fuckfest, yeah, that's what y'all were doing. You made it a nice little game too, where you started doing it to each other's, spouses, young ones. You even got the young children into it, thinking it was a normal thing, now didn't you? And again, I don't know how that is. I never played ever. Keep that in mind. The next time you decide to feel some type of way about the things that you did, not me. Got it? Good. So, keep in mind, after you're done watching this video, there's a lot of people out there, especially in this town. And you better look at each other very closely. Alright? Look at your spouses, look at your friends, look at your family. Because they all got into it. Well, not all of them. I'll say 98% of them got into it. Okay. And realize that they all did something dirty. Either behind your back or right in front of your face. Some even did a lot of shit to the youth too. I'm still pissed about. But again, y'all know who you are. Don't feel some type of way about this video either. This is just one of the many that are coming. This is just the, very few messages I'm going to give. Upon this one, to the one that keeps messing with Juliet, okay? And you thought you were clever, okay, boy? While she was losing a lot, getting together with, a whole bunch of families, try to implant your seed, and God showed you it ain't happening, Captain. That's too bad, now isn't it? But you already know where you're going, along with the other two that are with you. There are 3 that are going there. Have at it. Your seats are saved for you, and they're nowhere near each other.